Hello and welcome back to some more F1 2020 and part 47 of the Jordan GP career mode in my team. Today we've got the Vietnamese Grand Prix, which is somewhere that we've not really had the best results in the past. Last season we finished in 16th, and the season before we finished down in 17th. So it really hasn't been a happy hunting ground, but hopefully we can do well today, especially in qualifying. That's what I'm looking to do. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you are enjoying. Get involved in the comments. Help the algorithm out. All that good stuff. But without further ado, let's get into qualifying. Well, we're coming up to the very, very tricky little fast corner section. Very much like South Korea, this bit, I think. I certainly struggle. If you don't get a good entry into the first set of corners, you compromise through the other sections. So here we come up to the line. It's a very conservative lap, and it's only good enough for 6th place at the moment at 1:35.0. We can do a lot better than that. I think we will do a lot better than that. We've just got to get our confidence levels up a little bit. Well, here we come up to the line. 1.2 seconds quicker, and that's enough for 2nd place this time. So much better lap the second time of asking. But, yeah, this is a tough track to get into a rhythm on. And
there's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
It could be quite interesting going forward to see exactly what's going to happen. Well, in Q2, here we are, coming up to the line. What's it going to be? It's a 1:34.7, which is enough for 4th at the moment. But we are on the medium tyre, trying to get through on the slower, more durable tyre to give ourselves a strategical advantage in the race tomorrow. I'm not sure that's going to be enough though. Well, we're currently in 10th, but I'm not going to risk it. We're coming up to the line on these red tyres. 1.7 seconds quicker, and that's enough to go quickest, I think, in Q2. And I think it just wasn't worth trying to get through on the slower tyres if we were going to go out. Track position is going to be king here. 7/10 quicker than Lando Norris, though, in Q2. That was an impressive lap. But it looks like we would have got through. Maybe, no, we wouldn't have actually. We won a 1:34.7, weren't we? So we would have went out. So it's a good job that we did put in that lap. Sergio Perez out in Q2, though. Well, I don't know what it is about being caught behind Nick de Vries on on flying laps and qualifying sessions, but we do come up to the line. We have hit the barrier a little bit there, and only 3rd fastest.
With the front wing, you've taken some minor damage.
Yeah, very angry with Nick de Vries there. He was just in our way a lot, and well, the dirty air is what cost us there, but well, 6th position now, and Max Verstappen has matched our Q2 time. Hamilton just a 10th shy of that. We need to really improve.
Our fastest lap is a 1:33.7
on our next flying lap. So, yeah, very disappointing. Well, here we come round the final corner then. This is a stonking lap. Oh, we've hit the wall again, but we come up to the line. It's a 1:32.8, which is pole position.
Really well done. That was a fantastic drive.
Well, how on earth we got away with that twice, I don't know, but I hope we don't do that in the race. That would cost us.
We're all ready for tomorrow's
there
race,
you are.
but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. The captain, Norris, and Max Verstappen. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
Now, hang on. I thought Verstappen's lap was a 1:32.9 and Hamilton was a 33 dead. That is so bizarre. Well, whatever has happened, we are on pole and Lando is P2, but Verstappen and Hamilton should at the very least be in between us. Well, there you go. There you have it. Let's hand over to Anthony Hamilton. Thinking snooker. Anthony Davidson and David Croft for this Vietnamese Grand Prix.
The Formula One circus has arrived in Southeast Asia once more as we usher in a new era and get ready to go racing here in Vietnam. A lap of Hanoi circuit then, 3.4 miles around the Vietnamese capital. A number of the 23 corners take their inspiration from other great circuits, hopefully creating plenty of passing opportunities. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. The captain lines up on pole position and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Hamilton, Valtteri Bottas and Leclerc, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Sainz and Nick de Vries, Gasly, Vettel, Esteban Ocon and Kvyat, Stroll, Perez, George Russell and Nicholas Latifi, Schumacher, Albon, Grosjean and Antonio Giovinazzi starts from the back of the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Here we are down on the track then, pole position.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
And looking to push hard in this Grand Prix. Stopped on lap 6 apparently, so let's lead the grid away.
Okay, our system checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of the lap.
Want to make sure that we keep the grid nice and tight. Don't want to be waiting for an age, letting our tyres get cold. But it really was a good pole position lap that we pulled out. Finally,
no rain expected. No rain expected for the time being.
Finally looking like we might finally have a little bit of success here in Vietnam. We need to make sure absolutely everything is nice and warm. So when we come into turn 1, we've got everything that we need sorted out. We had a pretty good start back in Bahrain, of course, and finished second on the day. Probably could have won it on another Grand Prix, but it wasn't to be. But hopefully we can get a full quota of points here. We're certainly going to need it, because Mercedes are hot on our tails this year. Looking very, very good. Well, here we come. Around the final couple of corners as we're lining up for the start of Season 3's Vietnamese Grand Prix. Come lining up. We're on pole position. Lando Norris is in second. Max Verstappen a brilliant third, with Hamilton fourth. Bottas in fifth. We've got Charles Leclerc in sixth. Ricciardo in seventh. We've then got Magnussen in eighth. Sainz in ninth, and Nick de Vries in 10th. outside of the top 10. The likes of Vettel and Ocon will certainly be looking to make an impact, and much further down we've got Sergio Perez in the McLaren, who will be looking very, very racy indeed. But here we go, ready for the lights. Lights out, away we go here in Vietnam. It's a good start off the grid, but we've got Lando Norris potentially having a look down our inside here, but we're very safely through the first phase of the start, and we're leading the way after turn 1. Now we can go about building a lead, although that's not an ideal scrape with the barrier. It looks okay though. But here comes Lando Norris, he's going to have a look. Hold the inside line, but of course turns into the outside line around this corner, but I think we're okay. But of course we're going to have a big tow.
That's a decent start. Good job.
On this straight. But looks fine. Use the ERS to good effect there. But certainly can be braking a lot later for corners than we have been so far. Hamilton and Bottas have passed Verstappen, so they're now on the podium. Or Hamilton's on the podium at least. We'll be trying to keep us honest. Goodness me, we nearly went into the wall there. We need to very quickly settle down into this Grand Prix. We just seem to have lost all rhythm, which is a pity. We don't go into the wall, which is good. So an okay first lap. Hopefully we can improve. You join me on lap 4.
DRS is offline. The rear wing is down, so you can stay out while we work on a fix.
And we've just had a DRS problem. Lewis Hamilton is the car behind us. He certainly doesn't have a DRS problem, but we've managed to hold off Hamilton for now. We had an almighty battle with him in the last Grand Prix, but our tyres do seem to be going off.
Mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why. They're more weird than Hamilton's and Norris's so far, but they definitely are, and we need to make sure we're looking after them. Particularly that final corner, we just don't seem to have the front end grip that we need, and just struggling a little bit, but we are still staying in front for now. Okay, so we're coming into the pits at the end of this lap. Lewis Hamilton very much within a second here. Almost made a big mistake there. But we're okay. Stick it into Rich. The tyres are very much past their best now. Should be able to hold off Hamilton. It's getting close, but not close enough to pass just yet.
Tyre condition is still looking good.
Yeah. So the top 5 separated by 2.1 seconds. Could do with a good final sector here. Damn it. We're going to flash back that because I didn't know where the pit lane started. There we go, we're in. And Hamilton in as well. So this is Battle of the Pit Stops coming up here. who's going to come out on top. So Lando Norris takes over the lead of the Grand Prix. Daniel Ricciardo is in as well. And looks like Sergio Perez maybe. But here we go.
Go, exit now.
We're away
We're racing on the
and
exit.
in front
Complete.
of Hamilton. And that is a crucial part of this
That
Grand
was our
Prix.
last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
Oh my god, that's Latifi around the outside. That could have been a disaster. Nearly was. We have took a bit of front wing damage. Wow. Latifi was there on the exit, and that's possibly cost us this Grand Prix, because now we've got front wing damage. How are we going to be able to cope with that? It's going to be tough. It's such a shame that as well.
You think you can get past? Make use of the overtake button and see what you can do.
Well, here we come through then, and it looks like we are going to come out ahead of Lando. But it's going to be very tight. Well, he's coming out now. We come out just in front. That was incredibly close. But we are past our teammate once again for the lead. But here he comes. He's having a little look. Is he going to go down the inside or around the outside? Looks like neither. Not entirely sure why he didn't go for it, but hey, that's up to him. Now we should have DRS on Stroll ahead, which is good. Using the overtake button as well. DRS active. Just gives us that extra few kph. We seem to be alright at the moment. The wing damage, touch wood, doesn't seem to have made much difference. Side by side with Lando there, but we managed to come through unscathed. We're having to save fuel because we very much went over our quota. Which isn't ideal, but we are in the lead, so we can control the pace of those behind us. Oh, nearly went into the wall there. Was really struggling with that corner all weekend. Especially now we've got downforce issues, but 5 laps to go, we're still in the lead. I think Hamilton's out. I don't know. He's certainly losing a lot of time to us. Oh my word, well, we lost time out there. Surely Lando's going to pass us this time. I'm not sure who it is. Somebody is out. But Hamilton certainly is losing a lot of time.
Of fuel remaining.
Here comes Norris. Surely he's going to do it this time. Bottas is there as well. Well, looks like we're okay. Just about. But Lando Norris is there again. We've got the inside line though. We managed to hold him off just about, but this is intense. 3 laps to go. Well, this is surely going to be a chance for Lando Norris this time. He's within a quarter of a second before the DRS. He's got the DRS wide open. We're going to take the inside line here. my word, we just about managed to hold on. But look at that, so look how close he is. Final lap after this. We'll take a few risks through this final sector to try and gain some time, but we just haven't got the tyre grip for that. That's the problem. Well,
This is your final lap.
final lap of the race. The top four within a second. Right now. Oh, we go wide. I think we're okay though. Take a little bit of curb there. But here comes Lando Norris. This is a chance.
The tank is empty.
He does barge us out of the way a little bit. I'm going to stay back and tactically take the DRS zone. DRS open. We're closing in. Hamilton's out. We go around the outside, track extend a little bit. I'm going to let him back through. Well, we haven't got any energy left. I think he's going to do it. Well, last chance. We go down the inside. Oh, this is close. Checkered flag is out. We're going to do it. We've won. Wow. Well, what a race that was. We absolutely chucked it down the inside. Bulldozer Hannard strikes again. What a brilliant finish that was.
A nearly flawless performance here then, and a commanding victory. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way out onto the podium.
Well, absolutely unbelievable what has happened.
It's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. After today's performance, Valtteri Bottas secures the championship lead. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Let's give it to Esteban Ocon. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
Let's move on to the constructors. The current leaders continue to extend their lead at the top. Meanwhile, Renault move up the table with another strong performance this weekend. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Well, quite an unbelievable Grand Prix. We win it in the end with Lando Norris just 3/10 behind us. Bottas 5/10 and Verstappen 9/10. An unbelievable Grand Prix. 4 cars within a second. We just could not get into a rhythm of it, and I think that front wing damage definitely did cost us in the second stint. Daniel Ricciardo, a very impressive 5th place for Renault, Leclerc in 6th, Ocon 7th, Magnussen 8th, Sainz 9th, and Sergio Perez a great 10th for McLaren. Looking at the drivers' standings, we've moved up to 3rd in the championship. 15 points behind leader Bottas, who's had a very consistent start to the season. Lando Norris still just ahead of us in 2nd there. Daniel Ricciardo in the Renault moves up to 4th. Constructor standings then, we are leading the way by 8 points over Mercedes AMG Petronas, and Renault have moved up to 3rd ahead of Red Bull in 4th. McLaren in 5th at the moment. Ferrari just 7th with 8 points. So, that's where we're going to leave it for today. If you have enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for more F1 2020 content. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.